Good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock. Today's been kind of a day of trying to get other things done. I did work on this morning, and um, I'm starting to get. I'm working on the player salaries as well as an overall rating. Now, what overall ratings and salaries are going to be is they're rated within their position, and the overall salary is taking that overall rating and determining what their pay rate's going to be or what their salary will be when they first enter the game, what it's going to cost to have that first team. So the way I have it set up, or I'm planning to have it set up, is after I do this piece, I got to create convert a formula I created, or a function that'll read the salaries and build teams based on certain criteria. So I'll have to build these teams, and it has to build a certain number of teams to fit within an array of salary. So the idea is that I got to figure out if it's plausible, which it should be, but we'll see. I got to run some to stay within the league salary cap and come up with a salary range. But I'm using salary ranges that are supposed to fit the current league averages. So in theory, there should be enough players to create enough. There should be enough players and enough salary range to create teams. Now, I don't plan to actually create full teams. My goal is to create eight teams for an 8-game league, just for like a warm up, instructional. That sounds wrong. For a learning league. It's just 8 games. It's an opportunity for you to learn kind of how players interact, or how players are built, and it gives you some initial guys to go into what would be your personal collection of players, which will allow for some additional functionalities. By the way, I decided on, I've added another feature that I want to add, which I don't think any game does. I may be wrong. I don't know for sure. But end of season teams, I'm going to snapshot them. So you could actually play for like 15, 16 seasons, and you finally win your championship, and you're like, all right, I want to see if my team could beat all the previous teams, all those other teams, and I finally build the best team of all time. And you could match up against any other team within your league, or maybe even take one of your teams that has been snapshotted and play them against other people out there in the world. I've got this championship team. I want to see if they're better than everybody else. Maybe I'll let people like save their snapshot team, and they can use those in like special tournaments and stuff. So anyway, that's the idea. I want to be able to add that. I think that'll be a cool feature for the game. And I thought of it yesterday when I was thinking about the fact that oftentimes you want to be able to take the best teams of all time and have them pair against each other and see what they do. My game may not allow for that, in the sense that I may not be able to put teams in from forever ago. There might have been some great teams like 1980 something whatever Bears and various 49er teams and Steeler teams and whatever. It'd be cool to get those guys in, but I just don't think the stats exist for them in any form or fashion that I could realistically access. Now, I would think there's probably people out there who have probably gone back in time and watched all these games and recordings, and have probably to some extent even rebuilt some of those stats. I don't know how accurate they are, but I'm sure it's been done. But I'm sure I'd have to pay gajillions of dollars to get it. So I'm not totally sure that that's something I want to do. But that's down the road. All those things are extra features that I will do at some point. But I wanted to look at, let's see if now this is the first time I've attempted to actually run an overall and a salary outcome. So I want to see if I can get anybody who has, he's got a 0.9. This is millions, by the way. So he's kind of running at the league minimum salary. He's got 1 year of experience. It's supposed to randomize it because I don't actually have experience uploaded yet. Experience 4. Okay, so he's got 4 seasons. I don't know Al Harris from anybody else, but he's got a 1.13 salary. I'm trying to find somebody who's a little familiar. Siobhan Walker. Terrence Copper. I don't know who any of these people are. Oh, I already did that. Okay, so let's close to the right. Actually, you know what? Let's go down here to my function, which I actually have Maurice Jones-Drew. He should have a multi-million-dollar thing going, right? Player pool. Yeah. If it worked. So I don't know yet for sure how this works. So according to this, he's got 7 years of experience, some pretty decent stats. His overall is a 94.29, and he's only making about 4.14 million, which is in excess of, it is based on his rate, so that's actually pretty good. He's got a pretty decent. Now quarterbacks are supposed to be the most expensive, and the MVP of the season that year was Peyton Manning, apparently. Let's see what Peyton Manning had. I didn't know that. I just found out that yesterday. Look at that. Overall rating 99 with a position salary of 60 million. So if you put him on your team, you're going to be paying for it. That's actually really good. Overall rating 99. He's like top of the top for players. There were other good, let's see some other guys. I know Drew Brees was pretty good that year. Now, I have to make sure that we're not getting, that everybody's rated within their position. So theoretically, there should not be very many 99s. Because they're supposed to be rated within their position, which means only one guy gets to be a 99 ever. Ever. So these things will change. If somebody came in that was better, like the Peyton Manning of 2013 may very well be better than this Peyton Manning was. Well, that's at least I would think, because he broke every record in the league. Okay, so, all right, so Drew Brees also got a 99. Now, that's a little disconcerting. It shouldn't be that way. So I don't know if I'm fully balancing. I got the same 60 million. He's got, he got a big paycheck. It's a little high, I think. So my salary may not be 100% working as I would like to see it. So that's a little bit much. And I've got some problems here. So Drew Brees should not have a 99 field goal accuracy. I've got some breaks. I got to look into some stuff. I think I've got to, for one, there's definitely some flaws in some of my stats. So that's part of my problem there. Let's go look at, let's see, who has played, let's see, running backs, receivers. I'm trying to think of some that are in my head for that season. Chris Johnson was a running back. So I got to fix some stats still. My field goal accuracy obviously is broken. That quarterback should not be having field goal accuracy. And that could change some things. Also, they're supposed to be scaled within their position. And Oh, look, I don't even get. They don't even get experience because Drew Brees only played in 15 games. Huh? He must have got hurt. Oh yes, there it is. Experience. Okay, so got a couple of flaws. I probably should go look at some of these. That's maybe the primary one. It looks like is field goal accuracy. Seems to be definitely flawed on all counts. I got field goal accuracy way off. Yeah, there's different numbers other places, but there should be like it should be like the minimum field goal accuracy. So obviously that's one of the ones I didn't go back and review. I should not be getting 99s for any for all. I mean, it should be like one quarterback getting, and I would think it would be him, but I would think there's Mark Brunell was an average quarterback, or actually probably even a bad quarterback that year. Let's see what his numbers are. Yeah, he only got 56 overall rating, 121. So yeah, he was. But it's funny how some of these guys got field goal accuracy, and then some of them did not. See, he didn't get a 99 for field goal accuracy. He got a 56. So, which is the bottom. It's if you're getting a 56, you're at the bottom of the charts. And I actually thought I might tweak some of my minimums. So 56 is the minimum, but I may do like a base position minimum instead. Like, I would say like offensive lineman, probably even worse at field goals. A lot of these guys are big and heavy, and kicking field goals is just, it's not their thing. They may have some decent field goal power. Maybe I leave that at, I do that at 56. But even then, I don't even know if they'd have good field goal power, because I think that their form would be bad, right? I mean, you put them back there at 60 or whatever yards, they're not going to kick it far, even with their big monster leg. They don't know how to kick. They'd be lucky if they can kick that thing 20 or 30 yards, So says me, anyway. I mean, if you're a offensive lineman out there and you think you can debate the fact with me that perhaps you may actually know how to kick field goals better than most players on your team, you might be using, what are you looking for? I'm grabbing me a snack. My current snack like of the day. Ritz Bits, peanut butter. No, I'm not advertising. I mean, I'm telling you what I like, but do I look like a guy? Do I look like somebody who's got enough followers to be advertising? So, I think they're good. I mean, are they good for you? I don't know. They got one of these bags has a whopping 3 grams of protein, so 3 grams on 140 calories. So what is that about? Let's see, 140 calories. So that's about roughly 47 calories per protein. It's pretty high. One protein, 47 calories. Now, one gram of protein actually is 4 calories. So there's 43 extra calories in each gram of protein here. Is there anything in here that I'm getting that's to help out? Well, there is less than 1 gram of fiber. It's got a lot of zeros, so there are a lot of nothing. Get a little bit of added sugar, 3 grams. It's actually kind of high in sodium. Okay, so they're not the most healthy snack. But sometimes I want snacks that are kind of salty, not sweet. Like today, my primary meal I ate today was, what did I eat today? I had a protein bar, Gatorade protein bar, which, by the way, also, it has 20 grams of protein for about 200 and something calories, 260, I want to say. So that is 10, about 13 calories per gram of protein, right? 13, is that right? 13 times 20? No, that's 5, 10. It's probably about right. So roughly 13 grams of protein. 13 grams per protein. So it's only 13 calories per gram of protein, which would be only 9 calories extra per gram. Now you're like, what are we talking about here? It has nothing to do with the game. No. All right. Let's go see what my field goal problem is. Obviously, I need better salary outputs. And my quarterbacks need to stop getting insane calorie values. That would be a special team skill. Let's go down to special teams. Find out what is going on with the field kicking accuracy, man. So negative 99. So I don't even know how does anyone get a 99? Is that even, I don't even know how that happens. That just seems completely broken. Let's go back to his. We're going to go put in Peyton Manning again. Just because I need to see the nonsense that is field goal accuracy. Not all of them are like that, but there's a lot. It's mostly field goal accuracy. So I don't know how he gets that. Does he, I mean, under what scenario would he even get a 99? That's not even supposed to be technically possible. Do I have any scaling going on? Overall, I got negative 99s. So let's write logs. We're gonna have to put some conditions on these. Let's go to the field goals, which would be my offensive stats. Set offensive skills. We will go, let's close this for now. I don't think AI is going to be able to help with this problem. So go over here, go to break tackle, field goal accuracy. Okay, got to turn this on. True. Si, senor, it is true that these things are very broken. We must go ahead and get this thing back in track, people. It's very embarrassing. You got a field goal kicker. You got a quarterback that's great at field goal kicking, though. You got it made. Just drops back for the pass. Oh, wait, he's kicking a field goal. He hands it off to the running back, who drops and puts it on the ground. Oh, he's going to kick it. Field goal, victory. That would be weird, huh? A sneak attack field goal kick. Can you do a sneak attack field goal kick? Is that even allowed? The other team thinks you're driving for the touchdown and you just like drop, smack, kick. They're like, what just happened? there any rule against handoff that turns into a field goal kick? I don't think it'd be possible because the amount of time it would take. It's not that the handoff drop to hold the ball. It's the handoff drop to hold the ball while quarterback is running back to position himself for the field goal, turns around, runs back, and tries to. So that whole little loop there would take way too long. I don't think you can block long enough to pull that off. Probably want to use time equal instead. Really? Okay. Wait, what's the question? I just want to see what it was. Equals last update check. Oh. So background. Huh. All right, so that should work. All right, I just wanted to make sure that wasn't like accepting something. Huh. Sure, okay. Special teams, where'd it go? Oh, it's QB skill. Oh no, it's special team skills. But all right, so now we have that turned on. What I probably need to do is just do a catch on anything that's got, probably should print. Go accuracy calculation. Huh? Whew, it's a lot, but we're gonna make sure, we're gonna check for weird anomalies. So we're gonna say if, I don't know why it's doing that. I like line better because it's cleaner, but and some of these got to be 99, so I don't know how that happened, but I gotta put in a condition for those as well. I just gotta see what kind of nonsense. This one because it's, oh, I don't need, is it accuracy? Oh, sure, we'll put both. But you know what? I think I want to put, oh, come on. I want to put these on one line. This is a bit much on the old clutter. And this little filling it in is not the best thing. I don't know if that's why the game does that, but I feel like if you're gonna put at the end of a function, then it's kind of silly. The whole point of that is just to allow you to inject it. Now let me fix this one too. Whoops. Yeah, no, that's fine. But I want these to be on the same line. There we go. It's just a little cleaner. I don't even know what that is. Because this is already going to clutter up a lot of stuff. So how do I can't put a continuation? How do I do this? Really? Wait, what did it do? It allowed me to... Wait, you can't do line breaks? But yet... Oh, it was okay with the line break. It just doesn't like... You can't put it before the condition. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Learn something every day. When you're working with something you did not know. All right, let's see if any of this stuff... Let's see if any of this triggers anything. Let's go to my terminal and see if we're any closer in my logic building here. Oh, it blew up. What the heck? Syntax. What the heck? What's the problem? What is your problem with my syntax? Now can I do it? Maybe I just didn't save. Didn't save. Gotta give it a chance, man. So we're getting all kinds of weird numbers. Look at all those people getting the weird numbers. I gotta turn on my my self-assist. I laugh because it's kind of a goofy thing to call it. So obviously I'm getting 1,500 of these guys. I got... It's going to zip all the way up. I probably don't need all these. Let's control break or control C. It'll kill it, but it'll tell me what the heck is going on with my dudes, man. Got a lot of guys getting overalls of 6.69, and they're getting, as a result, a lot of 99s. But they have no values, so something is weird. If they have no values, we shouldn't be even going into this piece, which means I should be getting FGACC under 20s, which should not be anything more than... So why? Oh, you know what it could be? It could be that when this sets the first time, I'm not actually putting these in to the min scaling. So they never get a min scale. Whoops. Wait, no, I am. Never mind. I am giving them a min scaling. I got... So if they get a 99, they go here. So why are they not getting a min scaling? So every one of these runs, and if they don't, okay, so we're not skipping out at 99, but we do. So that would be nobody is qualifying. That's what that sounds like to me. Because what should happen is somebody goes in here. So are my field goal attempts not getting read? I'm getting nobody. That could be a problem. If nobody's getting read, then we're not going to get a value. So let's see here. Let's change this. And then I will comment this out. I think what I actually need here is attempts. I think field goal attempts overall, field goal attempts 50 plus. Okay. And these have to be greater than 0. This is just me checking to see if any of these things actually, wait, what? You're supposed to have upgraded those. And I don't need this. All right. Let's see what that does. This will just tell me if anybody is getting the settings. Because if I'm not, that means my field goal attempt stuff isn't even returning a value. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, these guys are still empty. Oh, overall is getting set, but nothing else is getting set. So none of my other values are getting values. That's not cool. All right, let's go look at my, so it could just be my stats are broken. Let's go look at stats. Let's see, player, team stats, player stats, player stats. That's the one I want. And then we have kicking, kickoff, field goals. Think I might know because I'm pretty sure it hates uppercase. My code hates uppercase. I don't know why. It must be importing it. I don't remember telling it to do everything in lowercase, but it's doing a lot of it. I think it's been doing everything in lowercase. So let's see if this changes anything. See if I can get some better numbers now. 50 plus got something. Only 50 plus is getting something. So whatever I fixed, it was only 50 plus. Because none of the other ones are getting anything. And 50 plus is kind of rare. But I should be getting everything else. So attempts overall, I definitely get guys trying kicks. But my other values are not coming through. All right, so I got to go look at... I guess I gotta look at my stats, see what's going on. I don't know why. I can't drive 55. Source stats. Let's go look. And we will look at this one. So I do have 50 pluses coming in, but I don't have any other value coming in. I got overalls and the 50 pluses. So... we will have to find out what's going on. Kickers. All right, let's see. 1-19 it. It's kickers. So the only logic is something has got to be misfeeding. Huh. Well, it is 1-19. How come these guys aren't getting any of those values? Why are they being read wrong? All right. 1-19 made. Kickers. Capital Kickers. 1-19 made. Well, I guess the only way to look for sure is to, let's look up Ryan Lindell. Well, there aren't very many of those. Let's look up 20 to 29, but let's look up Ryan Lindell. So we'll go to my little check here. This will tell me exactly what it's pulling it in as, Ryan Lindell, and we will go players stats data. So we got kickoffs. Oh. It took out the dash. There's no dash in my stuff, man. We're dashless. It's lowercase and dashless. Interesting. Okay, well, that would definitely make a difference. So let's go look at my... that's what you get for... So 1-19 is 1-19, and we got 20 to 29, which is actually 20-29. So any other weird things? Do I have dashes and any other things? I'm guessing it would probably break anybody with a dash, right? I'm not seeing anything else though. Now I have this. I wonder if poor throws. I gotta go look at individual. Well, poor throws are receptions usually. Let's look up Ryan Moats. Because Ryan, well, no, let's just pick a different one. Let's pick a guy who's got a few more. Like Reggie Wayne, Colts receiver, very good one as a matter of fact. Because who knows, I could have other bad data simply because my stats are broken. Probably should make sure. Reggie then we'll go over to my get player stats and look up Porth Road. No, it is actually a capital T. Well, all the things. It's actually got a capital T. How many things actually have capitals? Is that like the past def? So some of these that have like extended words have stuff. But most, if they're just like a single word, like total plays is okay, I guess. I guess most of these are probably not going to be... No, so they're limited, but it does appear some of them actually have those. So we'll let it slide for now. Let's go back to the terminal. We're not still running, are we? Nope, okay. We'll go ahead and did I save? Because if I don't save, it's not gonna matter what I did. Now we're getting some numbers. But my percents still look off because I'm not getting any percents. I'm not getting any under 20s. Well, under 20s are pretty rare. Oh, there's an under 20, a bunch of them. I don't know why. But I'm not getting any accuracy, any percentages for anybody on their attempts beyond. Actually, nobody. None of the percentages are firing. Huh. All right. Well, that's a clue, right? We've gotten the individual parts, but we're not getting any individual. We're not getting any of the accuracy values. Step, but it shouldn't matter. Okay. Well, let's go see. What do we got? What's the problem, troops? What's going on with the situation here? So these guys, this is pulling percent at 50 yards. Percent at 50 yards. And it should be basically field goal percent, 50 plus yards. Doesn't seem like anybody's getting that value. So I gotta go to the stats data. 40, oh, I have 41, that's passing. Kickers. Oh. Huh. I got the under 20 calculation going. But I am not even pulling in the... I don't even have the percents. Probably couldn't. I have attempts and what was made, and I could calculate. I don't even have mades. I just have attempts. Look at that, just attempts. And 1 to 19 I have made, but I don't have any percentages. Great gurgly murgly, man. So, see, this is why you got to validate all your values. Good thing I checked. All right, so let's go back to here, and we're going to change this to Ryan Lindell again. Reggie, Ryan. So it's the same things. It's just PCT instead. So I have to go. So I have, are they the same names as the attempts? Get kick at under 20 yards. Get kick at 2029. Get field goal percent. I should call these get field goal attempts. And we're going to say get offensive stat. So I have the functions for those. What I don't have so I have the functions for them. I just don't have the actual settings for them. So where's the 20? Did I manage to leave one out? Kick off, kick off, kick off. Get kick. Aha, I did. These guys are supposed to be field goal. So where the heck are those ones at? Field goals made. All right, well, somebody's going to have to adjust here. I'm going to have to move some of these. We're going to take all this field goal stuff. Control X. I'll take them down here with the field goal stuff down here. Now, how are we doing? Well, it's not complaining about those values anymore, so that's good. I do still have to figure out the duplication of that one. Then I have to go back up here and actually go figure out, go get the the percentages because I apparently don't have them. Guess I should start. I already have. Oh, let's see. I got to do 20 to 29. Control C. Go player stats. We got field goal under made. How do you do that? I think I already have 50 pluses. Oh, no, wait. I don't have the percentage, though. All right, so that should do it. Okay, so we have everybody out here. Okay, so let's go see what happens when I run it again. See if I fixed. Should get some numbers now. Once they have numbers at every position, it shouldn't break everybody else. Oh, okie dokie. Oh, wait, do I have two of those? Get field goal percent. Do I have two of those? Really? Where is it at? Doesn't look like it's declared somewhere else. Maybe I just haven't saved. Let's try it again. Yeah. Gotta save your data, man. All right, what do we got here? All right, so we're getting numbers at every spot. Much better. Now everybody's getting their stuff, which should mean that my quarterbacks and everybody starts getting their minimums. All right, so this is going to take forever, though, if I let it run. So we're going to go Control C. It's just too much stuff to print out. So we're going to go back here. And we'll go to set offensive skills. And we're going to turn off the logging for this because I feel more confident in what I get now. Let's see. So I've mentioned before that I have an issue with my computer here. It's got a Thunderbolt port, and I've returned this to Microsoft like a dozen times, 4 times or 5 times, whatever, to get the Thunderbolt port fixed, and it's something's wrong with the design or something, and the Thunderbolt ports wig out, and they've actually replaced the computer I think like twice in all the times that I returned it with an attempt to fix it, but it's just every time, and they don't ever admit that there's something wrong, because if they admitted it they'd have to like do something, which if they can't fix the computer, what do? You either have to admit you messed up and maybe replace it with a better computer. I could have probably just kept going and returning it over and over and over again and saying that this still the same problem, and then maybe they would have upgraded me. But the problem is, if they'd upgraded me, I don't want the latest computer. I would have rather, I don't know. I don't even know what I would have done if they had offered an upgrade. If they had offered an upgrade. They didn't. But if they had, I would have been like, I don't know, I don't want to do that. So hopefully I've now fixed my, if my field goals are fully fixed, let's go to special teams here. Do I have a, still says testing. All right, so if that worked, which I could probably put it in review because that means my data's, everybody's getting data. So we'll go look at a Ryan Lindell, kind of see what happened with him. Yeah, I kind of have to wait for everybody to kind of have this whole thing run though. And right now we're not even at the final calculations piece. Okay, so now we're at the final calculations piece. It's doing the skill ratings. This is also getting their salaries and all that stuff built in, so I got to let it run. Can't very well check on these players until I have better results. So. So I built a proprietary formula. I say proprietary, meaning, you know, if somebody were to do it, I was like, what am I going to do about it? But I built a formula that determines everybody's salaries based on their ratings and at a position level. And that allows me to build my player teams. And that's what I'm trying to get a better feedback on here. Still some weirdnesses. I think my overalls might not be calculating quite right. There we go. We're done. Now, let's go see what we got here. Let's go look at a kicker first, just to see if we get some decent numbers on my kickers. All right, so this is Ryan Lindell. So he's got some values here. He was 100% at 20 to 29. I don't know how many attempts he made at 20 to 29. How many did he try? 12. Made them all. 12 out of 12, my friend. Did quite well. Now, let's go look at the player pool. This is him with all of his calculated end results. So now we have their skill settings. So let's see, field goal accuracy under 20, 36, accuracy at 20, 29, 40. 30. How many games did he play? What's his game scenario? He didn't. It's funny. How does a kicker? I guess field goal kickers don't get to say they started in a game, because he got 0 games started. I wonder if that's scaling him. But he got a 97 overall rating, which is really pretty high. Let's look at, just for fun, let's look at some kickers here. And let's see, let's go data. We'll sort by, I don't know, what do I want to sort by? Average? Percentage? Sort by percent. Ryan Longwell. Lindell's on here, but he's certainly not the highest. Let's go, let's stick in, who do I think is a really good one to put in here? Let's put Ryan Longwell. Spelled a little different, but I want to see if he's higher. So this guy's got a $4.85 million contract with a 97 on his rating. Let's see what Ryan Longwell gets, who looks like he's got a better percentage of kicks made. Let's see if that's... He actually gets an overall rating only of 95. Now keep in mind, my logic actually gives him better credit for having long kicks. So like Sebastian Janikowski according to this, has so what? Ryan Lindell was 15th. Sebastian Janikowski is 7th, but he made a bunch of 50-yard kicks. So I'm going to see if that changes his rating. We'll put in a Sebastian Janikowski and see if all of a sudden he's higher rated. So he's 95, 4.64 million. Yeah, he's 97.56. I don't know if that's higher than Ryan, but he is up there. He's in the 97 zone. I do have a skill review. Let's go ahead and look at my skill review. This query actually takes the top people, and I can see who the top person is. And I just need to go here, and we'll just say, I guess we'll go field goal accuracy overall. And that's a special teams. Or no, that would be offensive skills. And we'll just go kicker. Let's see what this does. Yeah, nobody fell in there. It's probably the wrong name. What is my special team skill for overall? Oh, it's accuracy. Did I put attempt? I think I put it. I think I put attempt. No, wait. Well, I'll be dang. Why didn't that work? Is not offensive skills? Did I type offensive skills right? Offensive skills. Is it little k? I don't think special team skills. General defensive. All right. Why isn't it getting me? Why isn't this working? All right, well, let's go back over to this one. I'll run him. It is... Oh, kickers don't have a position? What do you mean kickers don't have a position? Is that why? Kickers don't have a position. That is lame. Or maybe it was just him? Yeah. Yep, no kickers or punters are in my positions. All right, so let's try something else. Let's go over here to my skill review, and this time we'll just put in none. All right, why did that work? Players with 0/undefined. It is an offensive skill. And, oh, is it going in as field goal accuracy overall? That's not what I was looking for. Well, that's misleading. There we go. Mage Cage. Mage Cage? It's right there. Mage Cage gets to be. That's not even truly correct, right? Because, well, overall, he's got a 91. Oh, because I'm not doing, it's not his rating based on everything, though. This is his rating based on his field goal accuracy overall, which takes a different tact, because these guys actually get calculated on multiple skills. So they get every one of them, but the overall accuracy is just for that, is what they get. But that might not rate them at the highest. Because if you're like, you got a high accuracy percentage, but all you do is kick 20 to 30s, you know, those are easy. Guys that are kicking the longer kicks might actually have a better rating than you, because they're kicking the longer ones, and they may not be quite as high rating, but the higher length ones are getting weighted heavier. So it's a little bit different math. But overall, I mean, they got, I mean, kickers... well, it's gonna be it's gonna be available on Android, and eventually on iPhone. It'll actually, a version of it. I'm actually doing a version for the web too, but it won't be quite as graphically cool on the web. But it'll have a lot of the features. It'll have most, if not all, the features, but it'll just be less graphically fancy. Owning the game on whatever platform will give you access to whatever platform you have available. So yeah, it'll be a version that'll be on the web. But what features and functionality are going to go to each platform might depend greatly on the aspect ratio and the size of the screen. So, well, it's a little too early for me to say that part. Right now, I'm thinking, my brain keeps telling me it'd probably be around $30. And as far as when, we're a ways away. I'm hoping to have my first demo in the next month or so. Within the next month or so, possibly 2 months. I mean, I try not to set a fixed date, because I have to get all these parts in place to have a basic demo. And this will be like an initial, very early stages play testable demo, where you can set up account, all that kind of stuff. But I hope to have that in the next month or two. But yeah, I'm thinking, if everything were to go miraculously great, because I don't know how good I'm going to have to spend a lot of time in the AI side of things, or not the AI, UI side of things. Gosh. And I'm not a graphics expert, so I'm going to be learning a lot there. But it also isn't so intensive that I have to worry about like fast lands and all these, fancy lighting and all that. I'm going to do some stuff, but mostly it's going to be just getting the simulation running in a nice way, and also giving good layout for how all the data is going to go in. But yeah, we're looking at probably, I don't know. I can't even give a good guess. I'm hoping a year. I'm hoping a year, but it's gonna take some pretty miraculous advancing in the next year. I've done a lot. I've gotten a ton done in the less than a year that I've been working on it, but I still feel like I'm quite a ways away. A lot of it's going to be graphical stuff. As now I'm getting closer and closer to having my full back-end engine running. As I get all these parts in place, a lot of my future work is going to be graphical on the on the front end. But I have back-end parts and pieces that need to go in. You know, for things like leagues and what do you call it? The different forms of gameplay. A lot of that kind of stuff has to still be built. It won't be too hard once the base logic's there, but it's just time. A lot of it's going to be just time and logic and setting that stuff up. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a little bit. Anyhow, all right. So I think I've got my QBs fixed. Let's go look, or my kicking stats fixed. Let's go look at my. Let's see if my quarterbacks are no longer all broken. Let's look at Peyton Manning. His stat says. All right. So now his kicking skills are now bad. Okay, that's good. He should have bad kicking skills. I think these are two more skills I got to look at: base conditioning and speed. A lot of my guys are getting really wonky numbers on those. That's not so good. Okay, so he's still getting kind of maxed out on these. I have to still figure out why I'm getting maxed out. I mean, he was the MVP of the season, but the problem is I'm getting a lot of other quarterbacks getting this value too. So there's some logic going in that's tripping some of this stuff up. And what it could be is I may have too many guys that aren't close. And if they get too far apart, everybody gets scaled weird. Because everybody's scaled on a curve. Best players at the top, worst players at the bottom. But if the gaps between everybody gets to be a little weird, it will break my curve. So I gotta kind of fix that. So if I look at my passing, so I got my passing stats here. Drew Brees is pretty good. He had great season, but he's also getting like perfect score. I think a lot of guys are getting perfect scores, which I can't have. That means my some of my values are off. Because they couldn't all be 99s. These guys aren't that equal. See, they're all getting 99s. Well, Tom Brady didn't get a 99. He got a 96.75 and only got 25 million. I still feel like that's really high, though. Let's pick a quarterback that was pretty mediocre. Let's see what he gets. Like, let's take a quarterback like Mark Sanchez. This is a guy who was never all that good. Let's try him. See how much. Let's see where he falls in the grand scheme of things. Mark Sanchez. Is it? Did I spell that right? I thought I saw. No, he spelled it with a K. I don't know why I thought it said C. It's hallucinating, I guess. Now he's only getting paid 18 million for his work. Still an 86 though. I feel like they shouldn't be that highly rated. I don't think guys should be. I mean, when you're talking about the low end QB to the high end QB, they should not be 86 to 99. It should be more like 60 something to 98, 97. I guess if I have one guy that's just better than everybody else, I kind of sort of in a way get it. But and he was I mean, Peyton Manning, but I have a couple of guys that are getting 99s, and that's not it's not ideal. I mean, look at I got somehow, some way. What I need to adjust, I need to adjust my blocking skills. Okay, so my blocking skills are built on team stats, so everybody on the team is getting the same blocking stats, which doesn't make any sense, right? So I got to adjust it so like different positions, even though it's built on team stats, different players' positions will naturally have a boost. They'll get a boost from their position, which will make things a lot more realistic. A boost slash a negativity. What I'll probably do is just like quarterbacks would be lower and running backs would be probably pretty good. They're probably the second best blockers, right? Fullbacks being the highest, the second highest next to linemen, and then fullbacks and tight ends, and then you probably have running backs and receivers. Probably running backs better, then receivers. Then on defense, these are all guys that probably don't know how to block because their whole job in life is to take people down, not block them. The only time they ever block is when their teammates manage to get an interception or a fumble recovery. So I'd probably put in like most defensive players. Maybe defensive linemen might be a little bit better. Maybe I'd put them up there with, I don't know. I just, how often do they block? I might just let them be minimums. It'd probably be just minimums. But I give a little boost to everybody else because they have blocking. Offensive players get a boost. Defensive players just be minimums. Minimums in my game right now, I have minimum set at 56. Some games, I know Pro Football Reference does 67. Some games go really low. I mean, even lower than that. And my game will allow things to go lower, but it's a default minimum. In other words, this is where they come into the game. The lowest they can be is a 56. But what I may even do is make that positional. So like some players might be thought of as possibly being better at certain skills simply because of their athleticism, maybe, you know, that kind of thing. But I got to fix base conditioning and speed because they're not people aren't getting good numbers for that. So whatever my logic is, some guys have a little bit more. Speed should never be a 1 though, really. It's not a real number. But I think I fixed the field goals. Field goals looking good. Most of these guys will probably have, I don't know if I like the -1. I may have to change that. But that's just adjusting the minimums. And because right now it's saying 0, and that's why you're getting -1. There should not be zeros. I don't allow zeros for my values, so that's an adjustment I'm going to have to make. So yeah, we're a little off. Let's go back here. We are better, but I think I have to put in, because I don't want to spend too much time on this right now, what I might need to do is add, I think I might add a, is this something I can fix quickly? Because they're not supposed to get a 0. Because if they are a 0, so the only way they could get a 0 is if one of these values goes in as 0. I hate doing, well, I did it everywhere else. But all right, let's go. I got to do it's AI will help me type this up. It's just annoying that I have to do this. I have to figure out why some of these guys are getting zeros. This probably has to do with like only having a couple of kicks or if field goal AACC under 20 yards is less than or equal to 0. Take this value there. Else. Oops, too many C's in my ACC. Now I gotta go down here, do it again. I feel like I'm doing another one of these deals where I'm doing redundancy. I feel like there's got to be some logic. There may not be. Sometimes there's not a solution to avoid, but it's still something I have to look into. Sometimes all the AI kind of give me a hand with getting rid of redundancy. All right, well, I guess not. I kind of thought AI would. Oh, wait, maybe. It's just really slow. My computer is dogging it for some reason. Fine. Come on. It's a little better. I got that one quicker. 50 plus. We're getting there. This should prevent me from getting any more of more zeros. So I shouldn't have any more negative ones. Basically, I set it up so all players are a tiny bit worse than the worst player at that position. if you're not a player at that position. Come on. Like my pasting isn't working. I can't. All right, now I think we're good. I should get rid of the negative ones. Sometimes it's just like it's better. I don't know. I mean, some people say, "Well, don't go chasing bugs." This isn't a chasing bug. I kind of know how to fix it. It's kind of why I was like, let's just do it. Let's just put it out of my misery. Then I can mark this one done as in review because I have some things that are definitely still needing an adjustment. Like I don't know, what did I give this guy for field goal strength bonus? What is their field goal strength bonus? Kickoff strength 29. Field goal strength 37. Who is this? Mark Sanchez, the quarterback. It could be that that's just the minimum value for field goal strength. 37 means he can kick at 37.9 yards, which is pretty low, right? I mean, that's your max distance is a 38-yard field goal. And that's not even saying his accuracies are like near nothings, right? So now there should be some amount of accuracy in there once this is done, if this is working correctly. They should get some accuracies, but it's going to be lower than the worst kickers. But it should at least be something. Versus -1, which is not really accuracy, right? It's like he's got no accuracy. I mean, even I have accuracy, but I am not a professional athlete. I'm in pretty good shape, but I would be surprised if I could kick at 38 yards, to be honest. But hey, I'm giving these guys credits for being professional athletes. A 38-yard field goal's pretty solid field goal. What's that? Kicking it from the 21? Maybe I might be able to do it. It would be I don't know, maybe. I haven't tried to kick a field goal in a long time. I would like to try, but I think realistically I'm a 20 to 25 yard field goal. It's really a short distance. I mean, that really is a short distance. And if you can get your foot underneath it, you know, I think I can, like for me, my biggest punt is like 40 or 45 yards. So that's not huge, but then again, I'm not a punter and I don't work on kicking things very often, but just picking up a ball and smacking it, I can get off a pretty decent 45-yard kick. It's fun to give it a go. Now that was a long time ago. I mean, I've actually gotten a lot stronger, so who knows, maybe I can do 48. So, assuming I could still kick without you know, assuming my elasticity is still there enough to be able to actually kick without pulling something. I work out quite a bit and I do a lot of mobility stuff. So to make sure that I can still do things like, you know, lift my knee to my chest and squat all the way to the ground without falling over. Not all the way to the ground, but you know, where you're as low as you can go functionally, because like if you have long calves, nobody can sit on the ground, squat to the ground if they've got long calves, long legs, because they're it's just the upper leg is not long enough to reach your butt to the ground. It just doesn't work that way, especially if you've got any size in your leg. If you got any size, it stops. Your butt's going to be up 4 inches from the ground. So, but there's only so far you can go, and I'm saying I can go that far without falling over. So that's a full deep squat. All right, so let's go check out. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see. Let's see what Mark Sanchez gets now. See if his field goal numbers are at least something. Okay, so now he gets. No, that's passing. Field goal. Okay, so they're not negatives anymore. He's got about a 6.6 chance of making a field goal from 40 yards, which would be impressive considering his field goal leg strength only allows him. I mean, a 6% chance is pretty small. But maybe he'll get off a big hit, you know. That's just his accuracy from that range. But he would probably need to, you know, come up with a miracle to to kick an actual field goal at that distance because he's only got a 38. He's only got 38 leg strength. So his 60-yard kick will be right on target. There's a 6% chance it'll be right on target, but it's never gonna get there. It's like, hey, you're gonna doink, 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 doink. It's like the 40 yards short, 30 yards short of the. Hey man, it looked good though. When I left the ground, probably get blocked because you can't get it above the lineman's head. But now my stats are all starting to look pretty good. I don't know how good my punt skill is, but I think I can feel pretty good about where those numbers are sitting now. Yeah, it looked pretty good. I don't have. It's kind of funny. He's only got a 0.3 or a 37% chance at kicking a under 20, but he's got a 3.3% chance. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know why. Because I give less credit to guys for low kicks. It's like my logic is they should be able to kick those. That's and this is what's used for their what do you call it? That's what's used for PATs. I want to go look at Sebastian again. I got some extra stats in there. Probably doesn't make any difference to him because his numbers were already set. But, huh? What did I do? That's weird. Okay. I don't think it changed anything, but still a 97.47. He's a $5 million quarterback. Quarterbacks don't get paid very well. But based on my stats settings, that's a 5.86. If I was to go look at what I set my maximum kicker salary to, this is elite kicker salaries, assuming my elite kicker salary logic is not broken. And I have to go. Kicker, yep. He's got a max of 7. So 4.86. That's he's not one of the top 10 kickers. That's interesting. Who else do I have in here that could be a top 10 kicker? Because if they're not a top 10 kicker, they're not. They don't get max salary. Let's try this Nate. Actually, let's. I tried Ryan Longwell earlier, but he didn't get very high. I don't know who the best kickers are. I'd have to do a salary check and see who's coming out on top. I'd have to create another one of these that finds the highest salaries, because I don't know who I would try. I mean, as far as guys that kicked a bunch, highest percentages. I didn't realize Alinda Mari was playing for Seattle at any time. Let's try Nate Kading. Oh, he's getting 5 million, but that's the bare minimum salary, so I don't have anybody getting the good numbers. So he's actually the 99 guy. He's a top kicker, but my logic for salaries might be broken because he should be a top 10. And there's something I mean, at 99, how are you not a top 10? I don't know who else could possibly be in that range. There's probably guys that are getting decent numbers else out here, but I don't know that anybody's beating 99. I was just looking at guys with lots of long distance kicks to see if maybe that's affecting some of this a little bit too much. Let's try Rob Baronis, and I don't even know who this is, but he's got a lot of kicks and a lot of long kicks. He's also a 99. So I got a couple of guys that are actually showing up pretty good, but there's a lot of weight on the high end, and for some reason within his position he's getting highly ranked, but it shouldn't be 99, and they should be getting higher salaries if they are 99. Okay, so I have this issue. Again, I have to fix the fact that guys are getting wrong. So I have issues with stuff. He's got a decent accuracy. I mean, field goal stuff, I'm not worried about. The numbers are good. But let's go ahead and close that up. I think I am good. I've got all my data in. My salary is there. It's getting calculated. It's not perfect yet. I got some work to do. He is marked as elite, which means he should be getting the top 10 salary, which he is not. So my salaries are not working right. Top 10 salary is getting a salary that matches this range, and they should be a min max means he should be between 5 and 7 million. Right now he seems to be getting only 5, and he's barely getting it. So something's broken with my logic. So I'll need to fix that. Got a little bit more to do. I may have enough to actually start. The thing is, I got to fix my salary so that they're not getting 99s. Or, well, the salary numbers are actually not that bad. Maybe I can use it. It's just going to display poorly when I get a bunch of... It'd be kind of cool, though, if I get it set up. Then I can actually look at all these players in my UI, which will probably be a lot easier to look at than keep running these queries. So there's that. So maybe I should start working on it just to make my life of checking this stuff a lot easier. So anyway, I think that's good for now. We've got salary stuff going. We've got a few fixes in there, and we're getting there. It's looking good, and I'm hoping now I've got, with salaries, I can now start to do some UI stuff, and I think I will start on that this week. If not tonight, over the next